We met working in a brew pub in Salt Lake City called the Desert Edge Brewery.
And I was a cook and she was a server. And we kind of immediately just had a connection and talked a lot about loving food, obsessively, loving restaurants.
We were both at this point where we were trying to figure out what we wanted to do with ourselves, and we both really, really liked working in restaurants. And I kind of thought, well, if I want to work in restaurants as like a long-term career, then I should probably learn to do it from every aspect of the restaurant.
So we decided to go out to Napa and go to the Culinary Institute of America out there together. I mean, we worked 60, 70 hours a week and then 30 to 40 hours of school a week for 2.5 years. And just really like fell even more in love with the idea of opening a place and being in this for the rest of our lives.
We were kind of at the point where we were afraid if we never did it, we never would. You know, we talked about doing it and made it a goal for so long that when the right opportunity presented itself, we had to jump on it. And we felt the same way about living in California too. We're almost too happy, you know. We loved where we were living so much. We were in Calistoga, which was, it's like 5,000 people, so it's very small and very quaint.
We ended up taking 6 weeks to quit our jobs and move everything out here, and all the build out and everything in 6 weeks.
We met with a lawyer, you know, to get incorporated, and he tried to talk us into purchasing a franchise of something instead of opening our own. And we're just like, oh, that's not what we're here for, you know, that's not what we've been working so hard for. I don't want to have a franchise of like a, you know, Applebee's or whatever. I don't think anybody, probably family included, was 100% confident in this, which I don't blame them.
It's been a huge learning experience. Jenny and I, before we started, knew we wanted to go into restaurants together, but we kind of needed to test the water first. And so we worked together at 3 different places before we worked together here. And at the time, we said, look, if we've made it this far, let's just go for it.
In none of those scenarios were we actually like the boss, you know, and so it wasn't like all of the responsibility was on our shoulders when we were in those positions. And so putting us in these 4 walls together with all of the pressure and all of the like high pace, snap decisions, and I mean it's a lot to deal with.
With a fellow employee, you can be very direct and very honest, and they won't get offended. But sometimes when you're with your partner and you're very direct and forward, it can be offensive. And we do that to each other because we want the best experience for our guests and our employees. And it gets rough.
I can't imagine not having him here. It's so comforting to like go home and you know if he's here, someone is still here, that every decision they make will be in the best interest of the restaurant or the business, or which is kind of our baby, I guess, you know. So it's really hard, but it's also really rewarding.